need to look at that specific point. I was planning to make a video about McDonald's and about my own experience. I wanted to share my culinary experience, if you wish, about McDonald's here in Italy, and I wanted to compare that experience to the experience I had when I was back in the States. Um, but unfortunately, well, to be honest with you, I ate it all, and unfortunately, I forgot my SIM card from my card, not SIM card, my camera's card at home, so I couldn't do anything. I was running out of memory. I couldn't film anything, so it's been a big shame. Yeah, the food was good. Unfortunately, they forgot to bring me the a straw, and also, yeah, I ordered like a ketchup sauce and mayonnaise, mayo sauce, and they didn't deliver it to me. So they were really bad. And I'm so tired. It's like 11 p.m. right now, and yeah, I'm still awake. And of course, I have to be awake. I have to stay awake until tomorrow morning at 6:30, 7:30. That's when I'll finish my shift. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to, show you that I'm still alive and I'm still doing things and still doing videos and stuff like that. I'm planning on making some better videos, but for doing that, it's gonna take a little bit more time for me to do some, research, and I have a project in mind that I'm trying to put together. But recently, it's been really hard with work and university and many other things. So it's been crazy. Like, so how does it feel to work in the midst of a pandemic? Well, yeah, working, it's not the same as it used to be in the past. Of course, I had better days when I used to work with having the hotel full of people running around all the time, maybe calling you all the time. But unfortunately, as for now, the situation is kind of bad. We haven't got any foreigners, of course, traveling to Palermo at the moment, and that's kind of sad because I used to like to talk to tourists like from all over the world. We had tourists coming here from really every corner of the world, such as like New Zealand maybe, or Australia, United States, of course, any country in Europe. Um, yeah, I had it all. I can say I had it all. And considering that this is a very small hotel compared to other hotels, the good thing about this hotel, it's a really nice hotel. First of all, um, we are in the very center of Palermo, so the location is amazing because you can walk to World Heritage monuments such as the Palermo's Cathedral, for example. You can walk from this hotel to the cathedral. It's gonna take you probably around about 10-15 minutes at the most, and you have many other hotels very close to where I am. Hey, hello, buonasera from Cape Town in South Africa. Nice seeing you amid the pandemic. Yes, I'm still alive, and I'm nice and sound. I'm well and sound. I don't know how you say it, but yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I've been busy. I kept myself very busy with university. At the moment, I'm studying hospitality and tourism management, and since I am working in this field, it was kind of a smart choice to choose this kind of field of study. Of course, somebody was trying to call me, but I didn't answer the phone because I'm with you guys, and if I answer the phone, you're not gonna see me anymore. So yeah, let me grab my McDonald's drink. This is the only thing that remains, the only thing that is left from my dinner. Actually, this they forgot the straw. Can you believe that? They forgot it. So they really delivered a really bad service. I would say no customer service at all. The quality of service wasn't good. Not good if we think about the fact that McDonald's is a quick service restaurant, and as such, it should deliver a quick service. You know, food wasn't hot at all. Food was cold. Um, it took quite a while to get here. Um, and yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So yeah, McDonald's. I like McDonald's, believe it or not. And I was telling, I was filming from my phone, but then I was like, you know what? I'll do a live so like my subscribers can see that I'm still alive, live. You know what I mean? Playing with words here. Um, but yeah, the quality of food here, believe it or not, is better than the one I had in the States. Um, yeah, definitely better than the one I had in the States. Talking about the meat, for example, the hamburger meat here in Italy, it's kind of tastier in a way. It's salty, and it's well salted. And whereas the one from the States, to me, didn't appear to have enough salt in it, which is kind of sad in a way. I had other amazing burgers in the States, of course. In and Out, Crown Burgers, you name it. I had so many burgers. Even I went to bars where I had burgers, and even homemade burgers were amazing. So don't make me wrong. I'm not saying the hamburgers in the States are bad. I'm just saying that hamburgers are better when homemade, probably. But McDonald's, as such, or at least the McDonald's I had when I was in the States, wasn't as good as the McDonald's that we get here in Palermo. The McDonald's that we get here in Palermo is very, very good. I like it. I like it a lot. And um, I also found out that the taste of the chips, of the fries, French fries, here are less oily, less greasy than the ones you get in the States. Believe it or not. So yeah, cheers. Hello, Jacob Ellie. Yeah, I'm doing well. Doing well. Um, Still alive. So far, so good. Well, I shouldn't eat this, as people call it, junk food, but I wanted to make an experiment. And to be honest with you, I enjoy the food. Although I should kind of stay away from it, especially right now. This is not the right time for me to eat this kind of food. But yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys stay protected. The good thing about working at a hotel right now is that, since unfortunately, which is very unfortunate, but in a way it's also fortunate that we don't get foreigners or travelers from various parts of Italy or various parts of the world. Um, Chances are that we will be safer in a way. So it's good to know that hopefully we won't get the virus. The virus has changed. Coronavirus has changed our lives for good. I think. I think the psychological impact, that the virus has on people is very strong. And of course people are different, and people face this, or are facing this matter in a different way. But definitely this pandemic is going to impact our personal lives. Our psychology is going to be highly impacted by this phenomenon. It's crazy. One day you're open, the next day you're closed. Many restaurants and hotels are suffering from this crisis. It's a worldwide crisis that it's definitely going to last for a while. We don't know when things are going to get better. I'm not going to use the term normal, because it's gonna be a long time before things will get normal. But better probably by this coming summer, since the vaccine is out. So maybe things are hopefully gonna get better. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dominic. You're very kind. Um, well, yeah, I'm gonna buy a good sandwich with that. Thank you very much. I feel humbled and honored by your willingness to help, and just just thank you so much, thank you so much. Um, so yeah, hand sanitation is like something that we must do all the time. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I ordered a lot of masks from well, they come from China, believe it or not. And these masks, I change it like daily, even twice a day, or even three times a day sometimes, depending on what I do. So we gotta stay protected. Also, unfortunately, this coronavirus has impacted our social lives as we, um, well, I kind of play with this. My dating life was hard before the coronavirus, but the coronavirus just killed it, killed it all. So it's been tough. It's been tough for all of us. Apart from dating, just socializing with people, and Sicilian people are very close people, very friendly people. So they like to to hug each other, to kiss each other, and it's been hard to stay away from friends and loved ones, and especially the older members of our families. For example, my grandmother, my grandfather. I haven't seen them in a while, and that, pardon me, that's been kind of sad in a way. And yeah, so I mean, it's been for me. It's been crazy. Like as for all of you, for all of us. Last year, believe it or not, and this is a bit like paradoxically, it was a very productive year for me. I think it was probably one of the most productive years of my life because I was, busy with university, doing assignments, and working on my personal education, which is my main goal right now. Which is my main goal right now. And studying hospitality and tourism management has made me more aware what's behind this business. There are certain things. Of course, my channel is not about business, but I'm trying to be focusing more on food, and especially historical food. So I'm gonna cook some recipes in the future, and they're gonna be hopefully very interesting and unique. So I'm gonna have to try to go through different history periods, and I'm gonna try to cook the real recipes of the medieval recipes, for example, or even Roman recipes and stuff like that. Uh, so well, hotels are really are not doing well at the moment. Of course, the only reason why we're open, the only reason why I'm working tonight is because we have a spatial agreement or contract with the railways. So we get these railways, employees who they travel regionally. So they travel around Sicily, around the islands of around the island of Sicily, and they, for example, they travel from Palermo to Messina or from Palermo to Catania, which are on the other side of the island. So I'm a Western guy, so I'm from the west of Sicily. I'm from Palermo, whereas these guys come from the eastern part of Sicily, so Catania and Messina, for example. So at the end of their daily shift, they get to sleep here, and tomorrow, like usually, like really really early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you know, 5:36 in the morning, they leave. So basically, I take care of them. I'm here at night. If they need anything, I'm gonna help them out. Pardon me. Well, so Elton Martin is asking me a question. Actually, very interesting question. Is Mount Etna still active, and do you hear it at night? Well, I'm from Palermo, and Palermo, as I said, is on the west side of Sicily, northwest to be more precise. Whereas Catania is on the eastern part of Sicily. To reach Catania from Palermo, to get to Catania, in order to get to Catania, you need to travel for 2 hours and a half. That's 2 hours and yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes by car, and by train it's gonna take even longer, almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2 hours and 50 minutes, something like that. So it's gonna take some time. So I can't hear the Etna, the volcano, but believe it or not, from Palermo, from the top of the mountain, you can see the Etna on certain days, where like where it's not so humid. I think usually after rain, that's kind of a good time for me to see Etna. Believe it or not, you can see Etna. Hello, Rita. How are you? Nice to see you. Where are you from? Where are you guys from? I remember Jacob Ellie. I remember you. It's of course one of my most active subscribers, together with others. Um, but educating Rita. Oh, Portugal. That's cool. Wow, nice to meet you. I've never met you. I don't think I ever met you before. So this is the first time that we're together here. And Jacob is from Denmark. Yep, yep, yep. Jacob is from Denmark. That's cool. That's cool to have you, European guys. So on top of this crazy pandemic, our government is, oh, Florida, yay, United States. My American people, my American friends. Um, so in the midst of this pandemic, our government is going nuts. You know, we're not sure what's going to happen. There's kind of a crisis in the parliament. Um, yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen, and I think there were some vaccines that were delivered very late, so that's kind of a bad thing. They weren't delivered on time, so I'm gonna have to wait for some more vaccines to come in, and yeah, life at the moment depends on vaccines. And well, thank you for thank you, educating Rita, for coming out, and thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Dominic. You're very kind. So um, so Dominic is saying, depending on if you can get out, you could tell some stories of the island and its places. Definitely. This is what I'm planning to do, believe it or not. So I'm glad that you brought it up. My mother's family are Palmisanos from Palermo, and they came over. They came over in the 1890s, and yeah, it will be a cheap production at least. Yeah. Um, well, Dominic, yeah, it's so cool that you're, first of all, that you're from the States, but I want to tell you something cool. I had a really good friend. Well, I still have this really good friend of mine. We used to go to school together. We went to school. I was middle school. We attended middle school together. That means from age 11 to 13. And his last name is Palmisano, and he's from Palermo. So maybe you're related to this guy. You never know. You might be, And this friend of mine is a really cool guy, and I might make some new videos. Um, Tomorrow we're gonna be in a kind of total lockdown. You can't go out unless you're gonna. I mean, unless you go for to buy. You can go out to buy food. You can go out for um, yeah, for buying food and maybe other important things, but you can't really do much. So we're we're gonna have to stay at home. I'm kind of liking away because I'm still working, although of course they had to do some cut on salary. They um, they cut my salary into half, so now we have half of the salary, and more or less we're doing the same hours. Nothing has changed as but yeah, so it's good to be working in a way. It's good to be working. At least I get to go out, and that's good. I don't like to be to sit home. I don't think it's productive for the mind, for the soul, for the body, whatever you want to call it. Um, Gia Mary, my grandmother's family came from Aliyah, and my grandfather's family from Messina. So wow, so cool. I feel connected to you guys when it comes to your ancestors. That's so cool. I think your grandfathers, grandmothers, great grandfathers, were so brave, to leave such a beautiful land as Sicily, and in a way, I think they were obliged to. They had to do it because as beautiful as this land is, unfortunately, it is very corrupted. There are many problems, and I'm also, believe it or not, planning to leave this place at some point. Although I'm not very happy about it. I would like to stay here instead, because there are many cool things here. And talking about some archaeological findings here in Palermo, it's crazy. This city is crazy because here, like, there are some Roman, beautiful mosaics that are, for example, to be found behind the cathedral. Behind Palermo's cathedral, there's a Roman villa, and they found out about this villa just by digging for some plumbing works or something of some sort. And so they got to find this beautiful villa, but they just left one side open and they didn't dig the rest of it. I think that the rest of this villa will get very close to the actual cathedral, and I don't know. It wouldn't be so um, ideal to dig in there, but I would do it. For example, I think a year ago by the Massimo Theater, which is in the center, they were like digging again for some plumbing works, and they found some, vases, some, you always find something in Palermo. So if you dig in Palermo, you're gonna always find something, and so it's crazy, but it's true. Oh, ciao, Amy C. Wow, ciao da San Diego. I'm a student of the Italian language and I love hearing about Sicily, soprattutto Palermo. Wow, you sound really cool. I I would like to hear you speak in Italian. That would be cool. You guys can also add me on Facebook if you like. My name is Salvo, Salvo, and my last name is Orilio. If you click on my channel homepage, you'll find it. You'll see like there's a banner with my um, kind of real name. Although my American friends call me Sal, I've got so many nicknames and names that are kind of similar to each other, but it's cool. I like to be called Sal. I like to be called Sal. So that's why you better call Sal. And wow, it's so cool that there are many. Some of you are have Italian ancestors, so basically Sicilians, and some of you, like Amy, for example, she's a student, an Italian language student, which is very cool. Um, Educating readers said the idea that I have is that Sicily is an island where several cultures met. Yet, yeah, you're totally right. Many cultures met. Um, so beside Roman, you can also find Arabic, Arabic things, Greek. Yeah, of course. Norman. What about Normans? Normans, Spanish, you name it. Like the we are in the middle of and we were in the middle of the world, of the known world of that time. So yeah, Normans. Yeah, we had like Frederick, for example, one of the Frederick II was one of the most loved kings we had, and Palermo prospered here a lot. Um, King John II, I think, Palermo prospered a lot economically. I mean, it was flourishing like crazy. It was amazing. It was just amazing. Um, we had some also some. I believe we were like working silk, and we were very well known for our silk, believe it or not, and many other things. For example, for grains, cultivating grains, and you name it. There are many things about this land. They're so unique. Um, I, you just need to come here to see it. If you haven't seen it, you should come here to see it. It's just amazing. So since we're here like together, and I'm really grateful that you are actually here, um, and I also thank you for your generous donations. I'm humbled by it, and yeah, thank you so much. Just have no words to express my gratitude for all you're doing for me. And so, just if you have any questions about me, about my life, about anything, just you can feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer your questions. I actually enjoy it. So yeah, feel free to ask me. Don't be shy. Just feel free to ask me any question you want to know. Still about maybe the hotel industry. So I lived in the States for 90 days, so 3 months. I lived there for 3 months, and I got to travel a little bit around different states. I lived in Utah, but I got to travel around. So I went to Idaho, I went to Wyoming, Montana. Then I went down. I drove down to from Salt Lake City to San Diego, actually. So I've been to California, and I love California. To be honest with you, it's one of my favorite states. I really like it. And so when we drove to California, we stopped by Las Vegas, of course. That was so cool. And although we didn't really experience the casino life because that's not my forte. I saw Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, although I didn't stop there. I saw it, and there were some people queuing to get inside, but then I thought that it wasn't worth it, so we just moved on. And pardon me, we drove all the way down to California. That was crazy and amazing. Only I is left. So yeah, and another cool thing that I did when I was in the States was going to Arizona. I spent Christmas in Arizona. I think it was one of the most unique Christmas I had. Especially, I enjoyed the fact of walking around wearing short sleeves. That was amazing. That was wholesome. I really like that. Um, so Dominic is asking me favorite piece of classical music. Well, that's a good question. Fair. Well, I used to listen to a lot of classical music, but in these days, I tend to listen more to jazz music. Also because I've been studying jazz. So classical music, my favorite piece of classical music. Well, to be honest with you, and I think most of you, if not all of you, are Metatron's subscribers. I used to love, listening to him playing the piano. He used to play, and he still plays, but he used to play very well. I think Chopin, probably Chopin is one of my favorite composers, classical music composers. So I will say Chopin. Um, I like, and I used to play a little bit of the Opera number nine. It's a nocturne. It's like a nocturne Opera nine, number two. That's kind of nice. Although there are so many great classical music compositions that I like. But it just I'm not listening so much to classical music at the moment. So I'm sorry that I probably didn't answer your question to the best of my um yeah I didn't answer your question in the best way. Sorry, kind of. um so any other questions you have you want to ask me? Any, are you curious about something? It's one crazy thing about Italy is that you work, and all of a sudden you find yourself without a job. So that happened to me in the after the first lockdown, because we went into lockdown in last March. Last March was just crazy. We went into lockdown, and I was left without a job, and it took me, I think, 4 or 5 months before I got my job back. And of course, salary and many things had changed. So that was very unexpected and crazy at the same time. And I was still waiting for the government, believe it or not, to pay for my benefits, for my unemployment benefits, which came in the beginning, but then they suddenly stopped. And they stopped. It just stopped. So now we're like in a red zone. So that means you can't really go out. You can really do a lot of things. So yeah, it's crazy. So Dominic is asking me when Sicily does open up. When I eventually decide to, I hope with it, when Sicily does open up, when I eventually decide to visit, do you have any recommendations on must see spots? Of course. First of all, if you come to Palermo, just make a comment to one of my videos. We can arrange a meeting, or you can contact me through Instagram or Facebook, or you choose. You can easily get in touch with me. I actually had a chance to meet one of my subscribers a few years ago. He came here with his wife, and this guy's from Utah. Such a cool guy, and he brought me a T-shirt and a University of Utah's basketball cap. That was cool. I still have it, and I'm still wearing it to this day. Here in Portugal, educating readers say here in Portugal we're having a general lockdown. Only schools are open pretty much. I really hope that the unemployment situation gets settled soon. Yeah, settled soon. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. But the crazy thing is, I think tomorrow, not tomorrow, but well, by the way, tomorrow is my birthday. So thank you for those who made this, generous donations. It's I take it as a birthday present. Thank you so much. So tomorrow I'm gonna be 36. I'm gonna be older. I was going to say something, and I got distracted. I kind of like lost my train of thought with my own birthday announcement here. Thank you. So yeah, I was talking about this. I was going to talk about school. So what's gonna happen Monday? They're gonna grazie, grazie. So Monday they're gonna open schools. But they're gonna just open. They're gonna be opening just elementary schools and middle schools. But middle schools they go from 11 to 13. But only those students who are in the age of 11 will be allowed to go to school, whereas the rest of the people will have to stay at home doing like a home distance schooling of some sort. I don't know how you call it in English, but that's how they call it here, at least the way I translated it. Um, so studying from home is kind of tough. I'm currently studying in a university for BYU Idaho Online. It's a university, an American university. That's where I'm studying hospitality and tourism management, and it's good. I like it. I like it. Don't make me wrong, but it's challenging the fact that you don't have any real, human contact with anybody. That's kind of sad. But apart from that, I think the program is really well made, and universities in the States are very cool, different than the ones we have here in Italy. I think they're both good. They're both good. Um, so you can read it. It's saying that she can work from home. That's great. You can work from home. You can work remotely from home, and that's a great blessing. Are you? What do you do? Are you a teacher, or what do you do for a living? What do you do? What do you guys do for a living? How's your life? I hope everything is fine with you and your families, especially. Um, so I think what we're lacking here, in terms of, you know hospitality and, wow, you're an administrative assistant and translator. That's cool. That's cool. Well done. Well done, Rita. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that your family is good. That's good. That's, and in this month, I've come to understand what matters the most. At the end of the day, our health, our family, just those simple things make a huge, big difference into our lives. They definitely do. And before the pandemic, I think we were like, taking for granted, many things in our lives. And but now we've all changed, and I think we've developed. And at the end of the day, no matter how no matter how bad the situation is going to get, um, it's up to us to stay positive, and to have a growth mindset that will help us to stay on track. Faccio l'infermiera. You should put like an L and apostrophes. Faccio l'infermiera, which it will be la infermiera, but you can't say that in Italian, of course. So you gotta say faccio l'infermiera. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Wow. I can see kind of your picture, and you're blonde. I think you're blonde. I mean, you look blonde from your picture. That's really cool. Blonde people are the best, and it's funny how in the States people make jokes about, the stupid blondes jokes, but it's I don't support those jokes, but it's cool how people are. I got to school gymnasium from home on the computer, and it's really weird having to read the science experiments and such instead of actually doing it in the school lab. Totally, totally. I feel like it's hard. Well, of course it is. When it comes to, online learning, I've been doing this for 2 years. I think what matters most is what we actually do. We can acquire knowledge, which is great. It's never bad to, acquire new knowledge, but then it's up to us to what we do with that, with the knowledge that we acquire. We can use it for our benefit, or we can just waste our time. Um, my job as a carpenter has been unaffected except wood prices, but my weekend second job is it's a gas station service job, and has been pretty hellish given we got the business from tobacco shops. Wow, wow, that's something that amazes me, Dominic. That um, you guys, of course, you have your own life, your own situations, and some of you are doing like two jobs. That's so brave. That's so great. So do you guys have any friends, or I hope no family members, who have been affected by COVID-19 lately? I have a friend who tested positive. Um, Hello, Raf. How are you? Um, and yeah, a friend of mine, she's stayed at home. She's been home for almost a month now, and I think she was, um, yeah, she's been sick, very sick. Um, she had like headache and a little bit of fever, and then she got better, but she's still positive. Unless you get negative, you can't go out. So it's kind of challenging. Even if you're feeling well, you're still kind of um, you can't go out, you can't do anything. So I think it's staying at home. It's kind of challenging, you know. It's really really challenging. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how challenging it is and how challenging it gets. You know, kind of lose your mind. Um, so I guess the secret is to keep yourself busy. You know, that's the secret. So Jacob saying, my mother and little sister had corona 2 months ago, but they likely didn't have bad symptoms. That's good. That's so good. Um, it's yeah, it's crazy. Still crazy, you know. I used to love traveling. I mean, I love traveling, and kind of wondering when we're gonna get back to normal, you know. And I don't want to sound negative or anything like that, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. So yeah, it's been. Do you like my new glasses? My mom bought it for me for my birthday. I'm going to be 36 tomorrow. Yes, older and hopefully wiser as well. I hope so. So okay, Dominic said no one hurt by COVID. Many more who lost all they had though. A few people I know, third where is it? Tertiarily who are in coma or dead. One is an old Italian guy who gave me my first job, but such is life. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad when it affects like family and friends and stuff like that. And Jean Marie saying having a job outside of home during the pandemic is a blessing. I work at a large warehouse store as an essential worker. I haven't had to isolate. That's good. That's really good. Um, yeah, one thing that kind of finding hard at the moment is to it's important to manifest, you know, your love to one another. You know, it's very very important. Don't forget to do that. So just, you know, say thanks, say I love you, you know, to your loved ones. um, do it always. You know, sometimes we don't do it and that's a shame. We don't understand how important it is to do that. Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, the wood shop kept you sane. That's good. That's good news. So it's been a kind of a long day today. I was planning to do so many things, and unfortunately, some. I was planning to do a proper video um, of me eating some McDonald's, and I wanted to, you know, share my impressions and thoughts about the main differences I found between, you know, McDonald's food in the States and McDonald's food in Italy, which is totally different. I must tell you that. I mean, probably the closest thing that we have are the fries, the French fries. But apart from that, even Coca Cola tastes different. I think I like it more here for for some strange reason. And even hamburgers from McDonald's are better in Italy than in the States. That's of course according to my personal. Yeah, McDonald's standards are lower in America. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Dominic. Totally agree with you, and that's true. That's unbelievably true, but it's true. And yeah, I'm glad to be living here. So at least McDonald's is good. And recently, I think a month ago, we had our. This is weird how things here like always get in this city, like after, I don't know, 60 years, 80 years. I'm talking about KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken. We got it here like a month ago, the first KFC, and the city has gone literally insane. Like there are queues of like people queuing, like very long queues, of people queuing, waiting to get served KFC. Can you believe it? It's, I mean, if I had the money, I would open a second KFC in Palermo right away. Actually, there's a really cool company. It's called, I think it's called Chicken A Filet, something like that, in the states. I think that I heard that they make really really good chicken, and to open, like to start up a company, I think a chicken fillet company, chicken fillet restaurant. I think they ask you something like $15,000, which is not a lot of money if you think about it. Um, Whereas to open a McDonald's, you need, of course, you need a lot more money to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, it's a cool business, Restaurant business. It's a really cool business. I like it. Um, Although I don't think I would like to work in it as such. But it's cool. I'd rather. Um, well, well, Chick Fil A. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Well, I am a I am a small channel, so I don't have the power to do that. Maybe in the future, and I've done a lot of work on my channel. Um, I think most of it's good work. I'm not saying it's great quality work of anything, but the thing I wanted to do is to be like a character, like being myself, which being myself, it means like I'm kind of crazy in a way. Um, South Filet. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. South Filet. Well, if I could, I would start a pasta business. To be honest with you, like a fresh pasta business. That would be fun. That would be fun. I have ideas about it. I even wrote down some business plans for the university, and yeah, there are things, but unfortunately here where I live, it's hard to put into practice because nobody really helps you out. I think if I lived in the States, I would be more productive, and I could. I'm not saying easily, but I could, start a business in a better way. It would be easier for me to start a business if we compare that to, with being here, which is more challenging, and you gotta know people, and you gotta ask for permission, not only from the state, but also from the Mickey Mouse Club. Do you know who's the Mickey Mouse Club? You guys know who's the Mickey Mouse Club? I accept any hints. Who are they? Who? The Mickey Mouse Club. The Mickey Mouse Club. Well, some friends of mine call it this way, but we call, so if you give up, I'll tell you. The Mickey Mouse Club is the mafia. The mafia. It's a big. It's big in Sicily, and some people uh, have an idea of mafiosa. Yeah, that's right. So um, some people think, and this is wrong. So let me tell you, some tourists think, or some people think that in Sicily everybody is a mafioso, or the mafia is everywhere, which is in a way, but they're not gonna hurt like tourists. Tourists are, they're like coming here, they're bringing money, so nobody's gonna hurt you know tourists. The only thing is that if you want to start a business, you gotta know some people. You just can't open it right away, and if you do without, being approved by these people, you may have to face some consequences and challenges. Some people still manage to open a business, um, but it's believe me, it's really, really, really challenging. So Mickey Mouse Club, you've learned something new tonight. So here it's let me see what time is it. It's 11:30. It's not too late, but um, I'm getting tired here. Not of you guys. I'm just getting tired of the day. I had a kind of a long day, but it's really, you're the best part of my day. So thank you for being here. Um, Amy says that sounds difficult. I think Sicilian people are wonderful. There are many in San Diego. Actually, many Sicilian families. Well, Amy, I would love to, to visit San Diego again. I've been there. I have some friends. So if you can guys add me on Facebook or Instagram, and we can stay in touch because I would love to to meet you guys at some point. That would be cool. Well, they could burn your place. They could burn your place down as yeah, easily. That could happen. You can get threatenings from people. People will come to ask you money, and they come like in different ways to come. They don't necessarily come to ask you for money, but they're gonna offer you a service, and from the service they're gonna offer you. You understand that you gotta accept the service, which means you gotta accept paying money for a service that you don't really need. You know, or a service that you didn't necessarily requested in the first place. So this is kind of a reality. Some people think that if they will come here with their great business ideas, they will flip things around and they will do well. And but that's not always the case. It's not so easy as it seems. It's not so easy as it seems. But any other questions, guys? Yeah, tonight I put on this sweater. I'm not kind of supposed to wear this, but I'm kind of cold. And we've got the AC here, which is the hot AC, and but still it's kind of chilly in here for some strange reason. So yum yum. So did you miss me? Did you miss my videos? I'm so sorry. I wasn't. I was. It's been it's been challenging. It's been challenging because of the virus. It's been challenging because I kept myself busy doing so many things, and sometimes I feel like I'm getting crazy. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna rest. Tomorrow's gonna be my birthday. I'm gonna celebrate it with some pasta, and it's gonna be great. Well, if you don't have any more questions, let me know. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna be more present from now on, and well, my birthday is gonna be tomorrow, so it's not you're not. Oh, prelated birthday. That's so cool. Prelated, and thank you, Gia Marie. Um, Dominic, you're you're cracking me up. You make me laugh so hard because he said like, "Have a good day, Sal. I just hoped you weren't dead, but I'm sure Raf would have said something. Raf, as being Metatron, would have said something about me." That's right. That's right. I can imagine him saying, "Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and unfortunately, I have to release to you a really sad news. My friend from the channel, You Better Call Sal, just passed away mysteriously last night. Family and friends, and so forth. Well, this could happen. Life is life is just unpredictable, And yeah, thank you, Gia Marie, for the nice, um, for the cake. And there is this, how would you call it in English, that one? And there's a present as well, which is I totally, I virtually and totally and thankfully accepted. Um, Dominic, exactly what I imagined happening. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't happen. But yeah. So, well, it's hard to do the Metroson's impression. I can do the Pop's impression if you like. That comes really easy to me. But of course, I'll if you want, I can do it to you in Italian. That's the only way I can do it. Would you like me to do it? I can do the Pop's impression. I'm really good at it. I must admit it. I can also do my personal doctor's impression, which is not so hard to do. But the Pop's impression is kind of interesting. So the Pop goes like, of course, I'm gonna speak in Italian now. Ah, fratelli e sorelle, e mi piace tanto il fatto di stare qui a parlare con voi. E la Chiesa mi ha detto che il Signore dobbiamo fare le cose giuste, perché la Chiesa. And so forth. That's my Pop's impression. Um, yeah, I totally understand. You've been busy. I've been busy too, and it hasn't been easy to catch up with the videos on the YouTubers I follow. Yeah, I understand. Also, this being kind of a hard time for everybody. It's kind of good that staying at home. We kind of more or less. Of course, we're busy, but we kind of have the time to look for some videos, which is good. Which is good. I also want to thank um, my only and one supporter, patron supporter that I have. Her name is Barbara. I want to thank her so much for her support. I think at some point I used to have, I think at some point I used to have like something like 10 supporters on Patreon, and then all of the sudden, not all of the sudden, but gradually, um, they started to disappear, which totally understand. And there was the tragic death of one of my subscribers, which is left me. I was very very sad about it. He was one of my supporters. He supported me in everything I did, also on Patreon as well. So if you guys, feel like to help me out, even a little small, donation can make the difference. Talking about Patreon, even $1, can make a little difference in the quality of the content I will create, and all the things that will channel will enable me to do. So I have still projects, and I won't leave you alone. And I'll try to make at least one live each month, which is very very enjoyable. And well, guys, yeah. So I'm not. Don't feel obliged to support me on Patreon. If you feel like it, if you feel like there's potential in me, if you feel like I can do it, yes, please go for it and help me out. And if you feel I need to improve, just let me know. I want to improve. I want to do a better content for you guys. Well, I think I'm gonna go back to work. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I thank you for being here with me for your time tonight. It's been amazing. And remember, if you feel sad, you better call Sal. Okay, good night, and hope to talk to you soon. I enjoyed it so much. So take care, guys.